So, I had this conversation today with a colleague at work. Now, to give you a little info or a little background about him, he's 47. He's been riding bikes for the biggest part of his life, I guess. And he's a very enthusiastic enduro rider. So, most of his time on the bike is off-road instead of on-road like mine. And that causes a few differences of opinion. And as I just installed some cool ass new skateboard wheels axle sliders, I want to thank Jake the Garden Snake for that, because I saw his video and I was like, dude, I'm gonna do that on my sports bike. And here's a little picture of them, the front and the rear. And yeah, so I did that last weekend with some tools with some stuff from the hardware store. Put them on, and when I came to work, the first thing I hear was, "What the hell are those?" And it was my colleague, and so basically his opinion on any kind of slider or race rails or anything that will catch the bike if you go down is for pussies and people that don't know how to ride. Literal words from him. Well, not in English, of course, but that's exactly what he said. Pussies and people that don't know how to ride. And I was like, okay, yeah, well, first of all, these axle sliders on a sports bike ain't gonna do that. Oh shit! Ain't gonna do that much if I go down, because the fairings are so much wider that by the time the axles actually hit the ground, I think the bike should have flipped over already a few times. So I just put them on for looks, and I am thinking about buying some frame sliders. But with the holidays coming up, I would like to save up a little bit of money just for some presents for my family, of course. And yeah, I still have to look into frame sliders. I don't know what the cost is of the set. I don't know how easily I'll be able to find them for my bike. So yeah, that's a little bit on the setback. But back to topic. My colleague, he was strongly against any form of sliders or anything that will catch the bike if you go down. Now, I can understand that he, in his view, from where he's standing, his point of view, being off-road most of the time, I don't think that sliders off-road or even like a stunt frame off-road will give you is not really necessary. Because if you're gonna drop the bike, that is just gonna like sink into the dirt, and you know, it's just extra it's gonna scoop up extra dirt that you need to clean off later. So plastics are cheap, right? So I think that's what he meant by it. But I don't know, I think on a sports bike, sliders I can get if you don't like that, if you think you don't need that. But well, I've been thinking that so far, so right, beat the heat, I say. So his opinion is clearly that he doesn't want or like any kind of slider on any kind of bike, even if it's a sport bike, even if it's a track bike, dirt bike. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He thinks sliders, pussies, and people that don't know how to ride. What's this crane gonna do? Do I need to jump? This is interesting. Let's see what happens. The crane's coming onto the road. Fine then, I guess. Just don't crush me, guys. I'll just let you guys through, because I think you guys work together. Well, I might as well start off now that I passed these awesome bulldogs. So, my opinion on the matter is sliders. I think I need to go down and crash me some fairings before I actually start believing in them. On the other hand, I've been thinking about getting them for about a year now. Might as well do it, right? Might as well get some. I really think, like, my opinion was, because it's changing, and that's exactly why I'm doing this video, and also because I had that conversation at work today, but my opinion was that I don't really need sliders. I'm not gonna go down. That was the basic thought. But having had some close calls in the last year, like, or scares, I should call them scares, not really close calls. I think I'm gonna go first, guy. That was a real weird slide, man. Sketchy as fuck. I was still well away from going down, but it scared me enough to make me rethink about sliders. I think sliders have upsides and downsides. Upside is, of course, that you save your fairings if you go down. Downside is if you go down hard and your bike's gonna it's gonna hit the deck pretty hard. The slider might actually bend the frame. Because if, like, on the side here, this bar, that's where the slider mounts to, and comes out and it hits that slider really hard, then this might bend inwards. And if that's bent, it might, like, touch the engine or something, which is not good. So yeah, sliders can be bad too. I don't think they're all good. Plus they can be expensive as fuck if you want. You know what? Let's do a little wheelie next up. When I'm past all these cars here, there's nothing behind me, right? Second gear. Sit back. That was a nice low clutch up wheelie. Second gear. Second gear comes up so smoothly. Well, it comes up. It wasn't more as a foot of the ground, but it was so smooth. The first gear, with the original gearing I used to have on this bike, I was popped in first gear because I couldn't get it up in second, or not high, because I popped the clutch too fast, I think. So yeah, that was a big problem with me, but since I got the gearing, I've been trying some second gear wheelies, but haven't really been quite as successful as that last one. I'll end it here, guys. Thanks for watching this. Give me your opinion on sliders, and we'll see you on the next video. Ow!